then this is Paris.
Even this looks like an oblique.
Oh, let me go back. There, what was you gonna say?
I said even this looks like oh no, oblique, no oblique. I'm saying it wrong, but the obelisk, yeah. That circle, this one right here. Look at it. It looks like the same thing I sent you in the chat. Look at the
Mm-hmm.
shape and look at how it does with the pathways coming from this side, coming from this side. That makes me wonder, like the symbol, that design itself means more than what we've been able to uncover thus far. Look at
Well,
it. It looks just like this picture.
a lot of it could have Roman influence too. And don't get me wrong, I mean, this might not have been built
Mm.
up most of it during Roman Empire, but they
Yeah.
still Europeans are weird that way, okay? Like the Romans were freaking they conquered freaking Gaul, right? They weren't freaking Europe's friend. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But for some reason when they got cast into the dark ages, they all of a sudden just you know immortalized Rome like it was like the golden
Just the
age,
infinite, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that they had lost so much. Like you'll see freaking archways in Paris and archways in freaking London and all over Europe where the Romans built an archway and they just turned it into a big trophy. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
and that's probably why you're seeing that. It could have a lot of Roman influence because I guarantee you that city hasn't really changed that much in the last 500 years. Well,
I wish I could see.
it's gotten bigger. I do know that much. And the sewage, they've really supposed to have done a lot of work on the sewage in the last 100. So, but they say Paris still stinks.
It's
So
funny.
I don't
I'm
know.
looking for. I just saw someone. They were on YouTube and they were talking about how we romanticize Paris, and they were there and they were like, Paris is basically just like they were like it's like being in like low income. They're like low, like it was just they was just saying it was like they
Mm-hmm.
said ghetto, but I don't get the term for ghetto itself is not a proper description. But they were just saying like impoverished and it was really dirty and like but and then they even said the Eiffel Tower was not all that we make it out to be. And yeah, there was I picture lights and people like with berets and they're just like, oh mon ami, and you got minds walking down the street and they have their little white and black shirts and they're like you're walking with your lover. And then this is how I think about Paris now, mind you. And you're walking with your lover, and the mind is like messing with you and your lover. And
Yeah.
I see other stuff when I hear about Paris. And then when they said that, I was kind of disappointed. Like, wow, what? Because I never thought that would be a
The
description. And then you just said it, Paris. You said they still said that Paris still stinks, and
now
they literally just
can
posted
you
that
see
picture.
my mouse on
Hold
here?
on, I was looking for this picture. Oh, that was the ruined atoll. I was cause the symbol, the way that it looks the same, it
Like,
just been bugging me,
see
and so
this?
I was looking,
Can you
but
see
that was the
this
ruined
city scope?
atoll.
This old
Oh yeah,
painting.
now I do. Mm-hmm.
Are you able to see that?
I'm looking at it. It looks like a church in the background. There you see it at the top, and then it's just yeah in the middle. Are those bones on the ground?
Uh,
No, that's
Probably.
not. Those are carts and stuff. No, those are skulls. That's a skull over here on the bottom right. Those are skulls.
Uh
Yeah,
huh.
and then right over here, yeah, those are skulls. Are you kidding me?
I
Look,
wish.
look, look! They're on the ground.
Yeah, I see them right here. You got skulls here. You got skulls over
Skulls
there.
on top of this thing.
See this dog over here?
Yo,
Uh huh.
he digging up bones. That's probably why he over there. You
Got a
get his
bear.
bones.
Got a grave right here. There.
What do they say this is called? This is what?
They won't let me navigate now. Oh, there we go. Ray Ox Furs.
First, okay,
Canary
hold on.
de
Let me
la Rue.
screenshot it.
You're probably able to read that, aren't you?
Yeah, I just gotta tune zoom it in. I just wanted to save it to my pictures. Rayos first. Yeah, I think he said a rue. It's not rue, but it's re. Real first. Chanel de la Rue Ox first. Yeah, La Rue. So Rue Ox first. Chanel de la Rue uh,
Mm-hmm.
Ox first. Is everyone?
Now we've got. Okay, so this would be. I'm guessing it's the ancient mapping system for it.
Harrison terrain. Hmm. Oh, can we go back, zoom out for a second, and then go back? Hold on 1 second. I'm just screenshotting as you go. You can zoom in now. I have it.
Okay. I I believe that this is what they're talking about right here. I can scale it left and right too.
When you stopped turning up, is that when you started going back to your research and learning, relearning all the stuff that you were interested in?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
it even told me cool stuff about when the Vikings finally invaded Paris. And right here, what I was trying to explain to you a little while ago was
Yeah.
this river that
Which one at the top? Oh, there you go. I
it
see.
runs
Hmm.
right straight through Paris. That is where the Vikings was on one side, and they were freaking sacrificing their prisoners to Odin and forcing the people within the walls of Paris to freaking watch because they were hiding away from them, and the ones they couldn't get within the walls, they were sacrificing them to Odin.
Where on
And
here, where does it come out at? Like it goes in. Like where are these on? Yeah, right there, and on the other side. Where does that in and out? Where are those
right
locations
down
at?
here, you see where the writing is down towards the left bottom part?
Yeah.
That's
What's it
one.
called? I mean.
Oh, let me. I can probably find the name.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
you go in. It looks like we can read it a little bit. Mm.
uh,
Gracias.
Luga.
Well,
Right here is the name.
this G word? Oh, calcari. Calcari. Gracias.
Yeah.
Calcari.
Let's see if I can hit it.
Exploitable. You see this?
Yeah.
Exploitable.
Gypsy exploitable.
Exploitable. Hmm.
Now,
They like zone exploitable. Oh, the zone of exploitation. Hmm.
it says limite extreme de la formation du gypsy exploitable. That's interesting.
Limit of extreme of the formation of the gypsy exploitable. So that, and then you said that's where the Vikings used to go to force the people. Not the yeah, the Vikings used to go to force the Parisians to watch their people die, right? Like they used to
Right,
do it
because
right there,
they
and that's
were
the called exploiting.
they
Yeah,
they were well, I don't know exactly where the walls were during that time period, but
but
it was somewhere along this river.
I can imagine. But look at the name; it would make sense. I mean, like just the name itself is basically saying this is where we would format. This is where we get information to exploit stuff, exploiting their people, showing you, hey, watch this. We're going to kill your people,
Well,
and those are on each
the
side. It's on both
the
sides. That's a
Vikings
wall.
were invaders, though, and like they could also be talking about like the ancient mines that they were talking about too, where they would come here to freaking mine the bedrock too. So,
What
gotta,
would mine in bedrock? Was it profitable?
I guess for them, they were they said that's actually what makes up the majority of the catacombs, and then they said that the catacombs themselves don't even make up even half of the freaking abandoned mines that are under Paris. So like, there's more abandoned mines under it than just these catacombs.
That they discussed.
Yeah,
So, excuse me, do you think that so that would be a good place to hide a body and it would just
people
go
get
undetected?
people get lost in there. All right. Yeah, and bodies. You could kill somebody, take their body down there, and they'd never find it.
That's what I was just thinking. You just put it on the wall and it just fits in with everything else. You might have to
Oh,
hold on to it. I was just thinking the same thing. That's like a great place to like dispose of bodies.
you see that
That's
right there?
wild. Oh, look at it.
Got crazy
That's
bones.
crazy. That's all bones. That's not even rocks. It looked like you would think that those rocks at the top, but those are like hip joints.
See that? Different
That is
kinds of
so
bones
insane.
too. You got
Yup, got the skulls.
the skulls there, then you got the
The femur, you said? Yeah, the femur.
yep,
That's what I was just like. Yeah, hip joints, femurs. Yeah,
all of
elbow
them.
joint. That's so crazy. Imagine though. Like these are all real people's. Oh my gosh. You think there's power in those? Do you think like you know what I mean? They're powerful. They induce power, or some people believe that maybe.
There's a ancient religion that was before the Buddhists, and they believed that, like when you were talking earlier, or we were talking, and we were talking about cleaning the bones and stuff.
So disgusting, but yeah.
I was thinking of these people, and like some of the Buddhists still do it today, where instead of freaking killing, or no, instead of burying a body in or burning them, they would take the body out into an open field and let freaking birds pluck their bodies clean. They just sit them out, let them ripen up real
That's
nice and
so disgusting.
nice and
And it's just
stanky.
sitting in the yard. It's just sitting
No,
in your yard.
they have certain conditions. It's got to be in a field and it's got to be away from water, because the human body will contaminate freaking the water if any of its parts make it to the water. So they don't like the idea of human bodies touching the water and stuff like that. And they also think that if you burn the body with fire, then you're contaminating the fire.
What?
Yeah,
You're contaminating the fire, but the like we come from the ashes, so that doesn't really make much sense.
they don't. That's one reason why they let the birds pluck them, because they don't like the
Believe in
idea.
it.
They don't believe in the idea of human ashes.
Ugh, that's
Yeah.
wild.
The ashes get caught up in the wind, and the wind blows it away, and the next thing you know, it's contaminating the earth, the water, stuff like that. It's just better to let the birds eat them. Be done with it.
Mm.
What do you think? You think that's a good way of doing it?
No, no. Lay the body out on the front lawn. Hi, Bill. How are you doing today, Carm? No big deal. Just getting rid of some dead weight. I got mine in the back. Like like, no, it's
I
not.
don't think so. No. What is this? We haven't gotten this
Oh,
far.
I get it. Right. It's a whole different ball game nowadays. You go outside and someone's burning, it's just letting a bird eat the dead body. No one's just gonna walk by. Back then, that was the norm, though. No big deal. We're just cleaning the dead bodies. Like, why would you have the dead body? That's gonna be the first question. I
Well,
mean,
it's
like,
your
just how
family
easy is it?
members. It's your family
Oh
members.
my god!
Now
That's just Uncle Jim.
the one I seen,
Oh.
the video I seen was freaking
Oh.
monks. They had a monk in a monastery that they did to after he had died, but they wouldn't let you get close, or they wouldn't let the cameraman get close to see up close. But you did see the birds coming down and eating something. So
That's really disgusting, man. And like to make it seem like it's just like no big deal. Like I don't know. Just I mean, I guess it's technically the facts of life, but it just I guess that's the lack of respect in reference to what they used to do with their bodies and what they do now. I could not go outside and just watch like my grandmother getting pecked away by birds. Like she's
mhm.
just sitting out there. Like that's just the only person I can remember having like a real solid. Like when she died, it was like a real hardcore reaction. And now she's just in the yard. Like, and how long does that last? How long does that take? How long do you think it takes for a bird, for some birds to eat a whole human? So the body's out there for at least a week.